Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his...
And the finish! And he can clear it away. Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he spark a counter here? Looking to play him in. Shoots! Oh, that's a waste.
Vietnam really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Look at the space here. Kaká! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vietnam with the corner. They're first. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Oh, it's a great ball here. And it's Iniesta. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Neymar. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Modric, played out to the right.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Roberto Baggio. And it's Cannavaro. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Can he get on the end of this? Roberto Carlos looking to run onto it. He's got tall!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Modric can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Neymar. Pelé. And he skips past his man. Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through. Pelé.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's a cute ball. Dink through. And he's well positioned here. Iniesta. This looks promising. And it's Roberto Carlos. Kaká receives it in a good position here. Now it's Weghorst. And this is Iniesta. Iniesta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Lahm has a look and plays it forward. Kaká. Makaleli. He's had it taken off him. Messi, very much a man of this moment. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that's an excellent interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Iniesta. Now Roberto Baggio. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Roberto Carlos, and he's managed to get free. Too long, and over the line. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. And the shot! It's a loose ball. Roberto Carlos goes direct. Baggio chasing after it. Always onto this. Caught offside that time. Roberto Baggio. Good ball, good take. He's found a way through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Roberto Carlos could try cutting inside here. Defending of the desperate variety.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard. And there's the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
CCTV is now in operation for your safety. Substitution on the field. Number 10 coming on the field is...
And the action is back on the way.
Van Basten.
India have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, easy pickings there. Lahm. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, delightful ball. Shot could... And Messi! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And it's Van Basten. Lahm gets across to intercept that.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, that's clever. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
There's the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The goal scorer.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
India have fired themselves in front.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And he's managed to get rid. Threads one. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? The referee has given a corner. Corner number 2 then. Punched away. There will be a throw-in. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Tries to pass it through. He can run onto that. Now this could... He's had a shot! Makaleli.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Kaka. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro cuts it out. It's played through for him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Roberto Carlos. And he's in on goal. And he's quick to get it clear again. Iniesta purring through the gears. Neymar. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, such a clever touch. Now it's Roberto Carlos. India are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. And it's Roberto Carlos. Park Ji-sung providing an outlet on that flank. Thuram tries to clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Messi! Oh, and that should have been 2.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Roberto back. And the shot! It's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Substitution on the field, number 22.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Cannavaro gets good distance on it. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, that's well spotted. Platini.
Substitutions taking place.
Neymar. Platini.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's got away. Messi's cross. And that should get the job done.
2 added minutes.
Oh,
have been
super ball!
indicated.
Oh, good ball!
Spread it left. Platini.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's De Jong. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Well, after all of that, Jim,
Please
what are you
join me
thinking?
in wishing
Listen, the
all
more
the
this
best
game
for
went
members
on,
of
a
our
draw
fan
was
club
always
celebrating
likely to...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
And he's had a hit! And it's Lam. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And that is wildly off target.
Mbappe most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a searching pass. There could be trouble here, and he's away. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
After 12 minutes is number 77, Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe.
So, a breakthrough already. Pressing high and with purpose. And here's Forlan. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Out to the right. Now it's Messi. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. He's picked his way through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well-timed, excellent interception. Modric. Good, strong midfield running here. Well, that'll do under the circumstances. He's found a way through. Donatoni. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that should get the job done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Mbappe. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. But they've got it again. Chips it through. Modric. Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that's delightful. Forlan. Decent chance! He's scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
West Ham grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, it's Dembele. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Koundé wins the duel this time. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Mbappe! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Mbappe. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's well spotted. It's Forlan. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That has been knocked clear. And here's Messi. Pelé. A corner it is then. India with the corner. They're first. Messi with the short one.
Has been indicated.
Thuram. Oh, he's been caught. Pelé! Big moment! Massive goal! How very smart. He just got it right.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
India go into the lead. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Please take this
Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Lam. And the shot's on here. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Parla. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Messi. And they're quick to get it back. Lam. Nice-looking ball. Romero deals with that comfortably. Oh, it's Dembele. Parla. Modric can see things others simply cannot. Now that looks a decent ball, and he welcomes it in. Real chance! So we've reached the hour mark.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's onside! Dembele. Dembele proves just a little bit too strong.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end.
It's Modric! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pelé, played out wide. Modric. Parla. And the shot! Cleared without hesitation. Here's a chance! Played into space. That has ended up in no man's land. Thuram. And it's Modric. Maldini. Mbappe. Pelé. Parla. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Pelé. Pelé! And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Played out to the right. Parla. To Lam. And it's Messi. Looking for the run. It's Pelé! They want to be quick to recover this. Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos! And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the 2-goal cushion.
Now it's Modric. Roberto Carlos. This looks promising.
India clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Rosicki pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Messi. Pedri.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Knocks it into space. Forlan is flagged offside.
Substitutions taking place.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Now it's Pele. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
They get a throw in.
Substitution.
Turan.
There will be 3 minutes at
Great
a time.
vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. Roberto Carlos. And that's really well manoeuvred. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now there's a fine ball. Messi! And with that, the final whistle. India have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
And here's Mbappe. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Beckham gets into a good position. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Chance for a shot! He's hit it first time.
That's unlucky. The idea was really smart for me, and he's had a good go at it.
Mbappe. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's forced to go back. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Messi. Throw in. Cafu. Now it's Beckham. Beckham making good progress on the right-hand side. Tries to pass it through. He's found a way through. Swings in across.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
India yet to have an attempt on goal. Maldini. Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Maldini. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good-looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Dunk is the team's great visionary. Messi. Messi. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a sharp pass. Oh, well measured. Van der Sar claims comfortably. Modric. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Oh, there's a probing ball. And this is Pele! Not the most accurate pass. He's a sharp little ball here. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. To Thuram. Swings in across. Van Basten. Beckham. Knocks it into space. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Messi! Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. There's the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Modric conjures time and space where few can. It's Asa! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. And he thumps it clear. Great vision. Beckham picks it up out wide. No, couldn't quite control it.
Van Basten really isn't happy with himself after that, having done so well to get on the end of it too.
Goes to finish! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Rijkaard. Now Mbappe. And it's Roberto Carlos. Adams makes the interception. Beckham, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a key interception. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Roberto Carlos. Now Mbappe. Now it's Pelé. Adams wins. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Modric.
And we're off again.
Coming on to replace him.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Chips it through. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Hazard. Searching pass he's played there. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. India come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Mbappe. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Now that is a hefty challenge. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Lahm. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Tries to play it through. Oh, super. Hazard! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a throw-in. Adams. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's a promising position. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Palmeiras are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Lam. India perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Messi. Hazard is onto this. Ronaldinho. And here's Hazard. It's a really well-measured ball. Played back in. Van der Sar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Lam. Aimed beyond the defence. Thuram calmly anticipates. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He's in a great position here. Just about up to 75 minutes. Ronaldinho. Here's Roberto Carlos. Messi. That's the keeper's ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nuno Mendes is wide and looking to get onto this. Parla. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go.
And this is Van Basten. And a shot! Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. And he's there to make the challenge. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And this is Messi.
Pretty robust defending.
Rijkaard. Kimmich. Now it's Messi. Messi driving forwards. No, it's not getting there.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mbappe. Oh, it's Van Basten. That has not gone well. Dunk. And time is up. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. There is the supremely talented Jack Wilshere. I wonder what sort of a role he's going to have here, Jim.
Well, he's very versatile, so I suspect he might play a combination of deep-lying midfielder, but also get forward and be a box-to-box presence.
Decent chance! Tries to get it clear. The ball has bounced loose now, and it's Bellingham. That's a little off target. So much time and space here. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Now it's Pelé. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's picked his way through. Pelé. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Has a look and plays it for Rummenigge! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Pelé. And it's Lahm. And he's let fly. It's off target and by quite a way.
India really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And it's made its way to him. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nice interception, well timed. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Parla. Lahm. And it's Thuram. Rijkaard. Modric. That's gone for a throw-in. And they've switched it over to the other side. And it's lofted through here. No, that's been intercepted.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's got away. And a chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Thuram. That's a cute ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Bellingham. Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Wilshere. Foot in. Modric. Rummenigge. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
India are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Bellingham. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lahm. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Bellingham. He won't be happy with that one. Mbappe is always playing with one eye on the spectacular.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's surging through.
Oh,
And the shot! Sticks it away! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Ecuador grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
5 minutes till the break. João Cancelo. Bastoni. Estupinian. And Rafinha. And it's Pedri.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Pedri. This is promising. And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. India get the ball rolling in the second half. Mbappe, he's having a hit! In again, big header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Quality ball. Parla. And this is Pele! Bellingham. Wilshere.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for options for movement. Great ball, a great chance! Goal! Ecuador! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Ecuador get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Shot could be on. Shot, surely! Now it's Rafinha, and he's picked out the run. And the shot! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Ecuador go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Parla. Well, that's a clever-looking ball. Now it's Pele. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rafinha. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Modric. He's had it taken off him. Rafinha. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that takes a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Oh, there's a probing ball. That's been cut out, well played. Rafinha. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he cuts out the supply. Pele looking to add to his goal. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well timed, excellent interception. Modric. Rummenigge. That has been cut short. Estupinian. Half an hour gone in the second half. And it's Pedri. Plays a sharp little ball here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Messi. And he's in on goal.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lahm does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Messi, and he's there to make the challenge. Modric. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now that's well seen too. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, just the goalkeeper to beat. Parla. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Pele. Great ball if he can get there. Pedri tries to play it through. Now it's Rafinha. Messi shot a goal! Rummenigge. It's Roberto Carlos. In with the challenge. Can he get it through? Rafinha. There's the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. A momentary lapse. And that is that. India played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Well, after all of that, Jim,